Hello, it's General Easy, and well, as usual, I have some agendas that we can get to. Okay, the Truman Show. Okay, so if you want to understand that reference, you have to watch the movie The Truman, not just The Truman, but The Truman Show. Okay, Truman Show, right? Or The Truth Man Show, or Princess Show. Oh, yeah. Come on, so, directed by Tlalok, right? Who is Tlalok? Well, he's more like Baal in the Bible. He's the deity that people sacrifice their children to. Yeah. So, what they're doing will cause a price hike in copper and lithium, right? As usual, they can make money out of thin air because they control the demand, right? The supply is there, right? There always, it's always there, right? So they have control over the demand, and that's the problem. So what you're engaging in with these people is not really like, especially when it comes to things that run on algorithms. These are systems and they can sabotage us. So we need to find more ways to have more power in say of the pricing of things that come out of our land, right? Like minerals and food. We have to find a way to have more power over the pricing, right? And not just be a victim of market shock, which is created to conveniently cause damage on our side and none on the other side. That's the problem with this whole picture, right? So, foreign land buyers, right? If I was to take over a place, I would first need to buy a large plot of land, not just any land, but usable, fertile land. And me saying that I'm going to invest somewhere, especially in that country, and systematically buying more land and more land till eventually I own most of it, then that becomes a problem. And they did it legally just because there wasn't a system to monitor and to keep in check the balance, right? So, there's a hope where they say the sun is the cause of the whole mayhem that we are facing today, right? But as usual, when they talk about celestial bodies, they're not talking about celestial bodies. They're talking about symbols, right? And the sun is more like sun, right? And Prince is a son of a king, right? So they have prepared the masses for this, yeah? Even in the dark corners of the internet, there's actually operations going on to continue this operation, and in there, Kamagawa, and in there they're actually calling it, multiple names actually, second sun, planet X, the black sun, black hole, dark matter, Nibiru, and so on and so forth. Yeah, all of these signify a person. They're talking about a person, right? So they're saying they're gonna launch a campaign to cause animosity, right? Because they're against the son, they're against the prince. That's what they are, you know. So in simple terming, you know, Christ was the moon, yeah, and the sun, S-U-N, is war, right? He was peace. Christ was peace, you know. He taught the law. People knew the law, right? And now people have known the law, and some have even gone far as, I don't know what type of hatred they have for things that they don't believe in, but you know, some have even gone to turn out to tear up Bibles and do all of this desecration, right? Just to invoke an emotion. They enjoy the emotion that the Christians actually, you know, display, you know. It shows that they have power over them because they can control their emotions like that, you know. And well, the term water and fire, you know, and moon, and these are esoteric, you know. We used to do this, you know, way back when, you know, but since then we have forgotten. You know, forgetting is the biblical term, but basically the knowledge has not been transmitted successfully across generations, right? So you can even see Jesus Christ himself, his history, right? His first miracle, show of powers in his baptism, you know, that is in the water, right? His first miracle, changing water to wine, you know, that was also water related, you know. And it goes on. The woman who knew Jesus Christ was going to die, yeah, the prostitute who was forgiven, right? He washed Jesus Christ's feet, you know. He washed his disciples' feet. He preached on water. He walked on water. Okay, there is a consistency here. Okay, because these things have meaning. Okay, they have meaning in a larger sense. So when I say war, I mean all of these: fire and the sun, you know, S-U-N and S-O-N. Okay, so all of those things. Okay, so when you hear these things, then you have to understand that they're talking in code again to each other, and they're trying to manipulate the masses to move in a certain manner, right? So, for instance, they might say they are going to Mars. I've said they're going to war, right? They're going again. They launch their operations against the prince again, right? They have found a weakness. And even they talk about the moon also. They mean the same thing. Peace, right? And also it is also connected with tlalok, right? Because they used to believe during eclipses that, I don't know, the sun won't come out, so they used to sacrifice their children to this demon to appease this demon, Okay, and that's exactly what they want to do to the prince, right? That's why they're after my heart mostly. They're attacking my heart mostly, right, with these diseases and energy weapons, right? Yeah, attacking all sort of ways, right? And water and fire, well, these represent power. These are called, these are like forces, right? So when I say fire, I mean exactly that. I am fire, literally, right? People just don't have the eyes to see. That's the downside of the fall of the garden, right? If you have a chance to see, then it's a privilege. Now I don't know each one of you individually, but I hope some of you have, right? And me personally, I feel it. My feet, my hands, they are on fire, and that fire is somehow electric. So these dew are like the perfect weapon, to kill. There's a quote in Men in Black. It says you can kill anything with just the right voltage. You can kill anything with just the right voltage. That's the saying that was used in that movie, the last Men in Black, which the starring was a woman. Yeah. So they have known this and they know this. Okay. So their warfare is like that. So sun, water, and fire, right? So I have a little bit power over rain, and of course the sun, right? The sun, and of course fire, right? Anything that explodes, a match, a gas stove, charcoal. It's weird, but this is just open proof that I am who I am. That I won't need to argue with anybody. Okay, so if you are, then you should, because historically, what do you think those former princes rose their hands during war, for instance? They rose up their hands. Why do you think? And when they did, Israel won, because they were able. They existed between the line between the spirit world and this world. Okay, and that's where I am exactly. So it's weird. It's weird, but it's real power, and it's important because of the enemies that I am facing. All of us are facing. They are cunning like that. So right now they're introducing laser weapons to warfare, right? But we know they're going to directed energy weapons, okay? Because they existed since World War II, type of weapon that you can just point it at a battalion and basically disable them, literally, without even firing a single bullet. Just disable them. Okay, I'm sure that some clever person is going to come up with a shielding of this, but these weapons exist, okay? And they exist mostly to fight the prince, right? They have used this weapon against me, and let me tell you, it's not okay. It's not okay. So Tlalok, of course, as the counterfeit prince, as he's depicted with crowns everywhere, he's the evil prince. He's the dark prince. Yeah, he's the dark one. the chosen from the dark side, right? So he's evil than he seems. That's what I'm saying right now. He's evil than he seems, right? So just like me, my potential for being good for Israel is higher than anybody else. Okay? So it's about two people mostly, right? So people end up building entire empires with just these two really powerful people. They can walk over there, I can walk over there. They can walk over here, I can walk over here. Right? And I have great power in both realms. And let me tell you, it's not that I'm a good Christian. It's not that I'm the best Christian out there in this world. Let me tell you that. No, it's not about that. Okay? I ask myself that myself, but really, I just faith, you know. And every time you ask, maybe when the full picture has been complete, maybe it will be understood to me. But for now, all I get is you're just necessary for now. For the times we are in, I was systematically prepared for everything they're gonna possibly throw at us. So lightning, of course, blue and red, crowns, human sacrifice, and water, right? These are the things even into Christianity they apply, right? They apply. They apply. They are part of human. To some people, they say he was martyred. To some, it's a human sacrifice. It's the same thing, but different perspectives. Okay, a person was killed in the name of another deity. Okay, no matter what circumstance that happens, you get it. It's a human sacrifice, right? It's a human sacrifice, and especially for gains. Jesus Christ did never order people to offer human sacrifices in order to gain good things from him. That has never been the policy of our God. Okay, I don't know about other gods, but our God has never demanded anything. He has just demanded us to be good and to recognize that he exists. Simple as that, But no, these people want to roam free, I guess. So, to each their own. Right? We are all given by our Father. Okay, even them, they are the children of our Father, believe it or not. Okay, and they will be given what they want. Yeah. They inflict pain, so maybe there is pleasure in pain. So they will be given ultimate pain forever and ever. Maybe that will make them happy. I don't know. So that's why deities like the brother of Apollo, Artemis, right? And even the Queen of Heaven, right? She is connected to the moon, right? And also the sun, right? Same coin, different sides. The sun and the moon, right? Two powers, right? And that's to say that he is the king of earth, right? The king of earth, which is force. Okay, he's not. Okay, matter how insignificant I am, no matter how I look, but I am the prince of the people of God. Okay? I am. So that makes me what they claim Apollo to be, or even Artemis to be. Conqueror, and this and that, all of these titles. They are both used to describe Michael and, for instance, Nimrod, right? The mighty hunter, right? So it's a mirror's world, people. They're always observing and coping and finding the best mask because they ain't got none. They're not originals, right? So when Apollo said that the storm is coming, and the news person asked, "What do you mean?" and he said, "You'll see." That's exactly, because the storm is the result of all of these things, yeah? Fire, right? Fire in terms of rising moisture to cause the storm, right? This is the geography, right? And then we have water, right? So you get it. Okay, so when Jesus came and told the storm to keep quiet, he had power over that, right? He had power over that. Okay, so you're just talking in code. You're talking in code. So he's now playing that role. Okay, and you can see that this vacuum, that the only leader of the world that can fill this vacuum without any or a lot of resistance is Apollo, right? It's just Apollo, right? So he may choose any form. He may come as Donald, or he may come as a woman. He might come as any, but he has always been luring. Yeah, remember, these are spirits. It's not about what you see in front of your eyes and face. Okay, it is about that sometimes, but sometimes it isn't. Okay, and you need power and even eyes to see. It's a privilege, really, from God to see and discern. Okay, that's what we call salvation, right? That's what we call salvation. It's a privilege because a lot of people are blind. A lot of people are blind. So they are all trying to avoid the fiery end for their enemies, for their armies, I mean. Sorry. Because they all be laid to waste. By what? Fire. Right? So all of these California fires, all of this quote-unquote what, they have grown since the last 3 years, yes? They have grown exponentially, right? And they're even active, some even go on for years. Okay, I last heard Kilimanjaro is still burning. I'm like, what? Kidding me? Still burning? Maybe somebody is reigniting the fire, maybe. How did you think about that? You just need a scope to see lasers and store it up in Ngorongoro in a crater somewhere and just look at the mountain. Probably lasers, because they have shown that they can do it from balloons. So let's move on. So we're talking about a digital economy. We wanna nip it in the bud, right? Of course, I've already insisted on the amount of cash people actually spend on accessing the service. That's a issue of itself, and of course, spending online. Okay, because that's what's coming, right? I see a relationship growing between Tanzanians and Tanzanians and technology. I see it. It's gradual, but I see it. People are more aware of their options and of how to actually use the technology, because we are poor, so we make very intelligent decisions sometimes because of the scarcity of cash or whatnot. Okay, so there are those who go big and there are those who go safe, right? A person who go big is like waziri wa kilimo, A person who goes safe ni yule ana mindset ya kifanya biashara, yule jamaa alikuwa anaongelea mambo ya gesi, yule ndio mwongelea siku ile Msukuma, right? Kwa huku kuna mtu ambaye anataka kugather his whole strength kufanya kitu kimoja and to do it once and once alone. Yeah, for some time at least. Yeah, and there are others that they are thinking more kibiashara, efficiency, kwa sababu anafanya kazi under not abundance. Biashara na abundance kuna opposition kidogo. Okay, so they rather go the other way, or the other choose the other. And it's okay to have both. Okay, but they need to be applied. Bila hivyo mtakuwa mnavutana kushindana idea ipi ni nzuri na ipi inahitajika kwa muda gani, na mwisho wa siku mtaishia kutumia mabavu kuimplement these ideas, kwa sababu tu hamjaelewa kuna psychology between how you think. Okay, na hii nimeiona katika mambo mengi. Nimeona hata kwenye mambo ya sijui mwana FA kutaka kuhamisha uwanja. Najua ndio issue hii, ndio hiyo kule Mwanza or something, sijui ni Mwanza or something, yeah. Afu Mwanza, before I forget, that ule uwanja wa ndege ule pale ule, it's important. KIA is not enough for that side. It's not enough. There's a big distance between KIA and to accommodate people. If you wanna inject more people inland, I think Mwanza is a good place to start. That's my opinion. It's the fastest way to Dodoma, isn't it? So that's something to think about. Yeah. So friendly payment methods inabidi ziwepo, na hii ni try and error. Najua zipo ambazo zipo, lakini hizi ambazo zipo zinabidi ziwe ironed out. Okay, ziwe ironed out even more. Friendly ziwepo, ziwe friendly, kupunguze mambo ya clicking mara nyingi, kupunguze interfaces ambazo ni shorter and more straightforward, but still safe. Okay, salama. And of course, taxation is an issue, because people are paying for stuff. They're already paying tax, so feel like they're being double taxed for something, So secure payment systems and refund systems. Okay, hii ni issue sana sasa kwenye mitandao ya simu. Mnabidi mjitizame, like Kutuma hela ni rahisi, lakini kuirudisha ile hela kama imekosewa, ni michakato. Na saizi watu wa huduma wamekuwa wapatikani. What happened? Mnaonekana mmeshift na mmeabandon. Shida ndo hizo. Mna develop lakini mna abandon zile tools kwa assumption kwamba watu wamesha adapt hizi new forms, kama sijui kutumia WhatsApp au kutumia the application ambazo mnatengeneza kwenye mitandao yenu. Ajilini watu zaidi wawepo kwenye customer care 100, because trust me, that will never go obsolete. The app might crash, the website might crash, but the 100, that's the stuff right there, right? So mobile devices ziwe accessible na ziwe sio za kizamani, kwa sababu saizi applications nyingi unaweza kuta hata simu yangu kuna baadhi ya applications hazikubali kudownload. Ipo Google Play Store lakini huwezi kudownload. Na simu yangu kwa standards za Kitanzania simu yangu sio outdated. Naonekana nipo latest kichizi, and that's a problem, you know. I know it's outdated and that's a problem. Na pia wao wametweka katika hii matrix ya prison ya updates hii. It's a mess. Kila mtu anatafuta security of updates and security for their handsets, and it's all incumbent upon the device they have. Okay, it's the service offered to only recent devices. Sisi hapa wa Android za zamani tumekuwa abandoned. Kwa hata kama mtu ana develop a new virus, hizi simu zetu hizi hazitakuwa na a secure system. Itakuwa ni very vulnerable. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Reliable servers. Au makampuni yawe na inabidi iwepo kama ni utaratibu kwamba wawe na redundancy. Isitokee huduma iko down unless wanafanya major overhauling or something. But predict the unpredictable. Predict the unpredictable. They're making a lot of money. They could invest in other things more important than expanding, unajua. Kwa sababu if you can invest in something that will bring you more money, then you can use that extra cash to even put in the same pool for expansion, making it quicker. Efficiency I'm looking at here. Lakini ukifikiria kibiashara, doing it slowly, that's where these two mindsets zikitumika, the wrong one. Saizi bado mnafikiria kibiashara, mfikirie the big picture. Mnafikiria kibiashara, that's why you are scared. Mnauza bando zenu juu, bei juu, amtake any risk kama zamani. Muda ule Airtel ile buku ile GB 1, man, those were the times, man. If you bring that back today, oh my goodness, I don't know what the effect would be. Sijui mna system za kuweza kusimulate hivi vitu. People now are spending more, but trust me, if the approach is changed, it would actually double, even triple the profit. Okay, so you need to be smart on that, and you're a service, remember it. Okay, moving on. The lion and lioness, the op. I think, as I've stated in many times before, artists are actually a representation of society today, because we accept them, right? We go to their shows. Okay, that means we approve, even though we do not, we do not sit in a meeting to talk about it, but it seems that we approve of how these people are acting, because we are saying nothing about it. Okay, it's only saying they are saying something, you say something. I'm not saying don't let them speak. They're gonna say what they're gonna say, you know, or however they're gonna do it at the end of the day. But in reality, you should say something, and and that's what I have been pushing for, saying something. Okay, if they're being vulgar, then I don't know. You know, some of them are too much. You know, some of them are too much. Okay, even for even for common consumption. Okay, come on. Yeah. So, pride and entitlement, as I've said in the previous video, right? The devil's target is the black woman, yeah? The Judean woman. The black woman is the target, right? They want to, of course, make it polluted. They want to pollute the whole thing for the prince, right? So as I can marry what they want, you know. No wonder every black artist sign out there, their first girlfriend is some white chick. It's a thing. I'm not kidding. It's a thing. You know, it's such a common thing in the basketball space that it's even becoming a joke that, you know, if you marry a white woman, they're gonna render you broke. They've become a perfect weapon to control a black man, because in reality, let's talk real, right? I've been exposed to pop culture as the next guy, okay, and I can tell you, white women are less I don't know. They are nude in videos, right? But not like black women, right? Okay. If you look at the top pop stars, you know, I'm talking Taylor Swift, I'm talking Selena Gomez, I'm talking the lady like I don't know, Adele, you know, I'm talking Rihanna, you know. I'm putting Rihanna in this list because she's more like Caribbean, more like white, you know. They get victimized the same, but you know. So there is some level, there's some programming going on, you know. The new artists that are trending now in the hip-hop genre, like, what? The women, what? The men, what? And that's what society is, and that's what the black man is. And it's simple. It's not that we should stop people from listening. No, this music is hypnotic. People are always gonna listen. Okay, so all you have to do is make hypnotic music of your own, teaching people, attract these people towards your music, right? And also for all of these false things they are preaching, then preach against the things. It's easy. It's easy. Use your voice. This is how you fight this war, you understand? So they created this notion of liberation for women. Liberation against what? Some claim patriarchy, but really it's against God, okay? Because in reality, God is a man. Okay, and that the father, yeah? So it's like a rebellious spirit that has filled and has been attacking women from within, sabotaging their relationships. Okay, I'm saying all of these things because I want women to be happy, because if women are happy, then I am happy. Okay, and if you are sad and moody, then I am sad and moody, then no relationship. So how about that? Okay, so it's just something to think about. All of these feminist movements is just creating more division, because we have rallied up against unknown opponents, right? They have rallied up against an unknown opponent. Okay, they're just marching, but marching towards what? Or towards whom even? Okay, so they have become just puppets and stranded, not even being able to trust a man, any man. And that's a scary scary situation for me. Okay, and let me tell you, it leads to sadness, endless sadness. Okay, so you gotta be smart. Use your noggin. Okay, use your noggin. Use your free will. Use your emotion. Right, appropriately, not to destroy. Okay, both men and women, not to destroy. Okay, people keep thinking that, I don't know, you are married right now and you think that you have a perfect partner out there. Like, what? Are you kidding me? Okay, you know what had to happen for you even to be there, to even marry each other? You know the type of circumstances that had to happen. You couple even think, I need you to just sit down and contemplate your life on all the decisions that you made that led you to where you are. And you'll trust me, if you don't see a miracle, then there's something wrong with you, all of you. Okay, if you do not see a miracle. Okay, so make it work. That's what I'm saying. Okay, marriage is sacred. It's nothing to be played with. Okay, so if you stand on yourself, then God will stand for you, because you made this promise with him included. Okay, so include him in all of everything, like you did the first day you started this whole situation, before you even consummated your marriage. Like, you were in church. Like, I don't know about today though, but you get my point though. They were sinning before. Okay, and like the baptism, they are reborn. Okay, it's like they are being given a new situation. If they do the same thing that they were doing previously, if it's not outlawed, if it is legal and normal, then it's no longer a sin. You see that whole situation over there? So this is the theme, boobs and butts, abortions, and mansplaining, people complaining and angry and yelling, just basically bitter in the in the most possible way, just acutely bitter. Okay, but all of this is just to spoil the pool, so as they can create the perfect white infiltrator. Okay, I know the infiltrator has to be white. Okay, they are planned for a white infiltrator. Okay, because I don't know what type of mind game they are trying to play, because they don't, I know for a fact they don't care if it's black or white. Okay, I'm telling you right now, I know the devil does not care about race. Okay, but somehow they are leaning to more white. Okay, maybe it's a power play. Swali, kama kawa. It's a power play, maybe. It's a power play, maybe. But hey, I know who I am. So, as I've said, money, sex, loneliness, to break a society, killing love. Money kills love. Just pointless sex kills love. Loneliness kills love. Right? People, when they're lonely and they're not loved and they do not love, then something else fills that vacuum. Maybe anger, maybe fear. Everybody has their own situation, but it's basically the vacuum is love being there, really. And trust me, Jesus showed us how love tough is. Okay, love is tough. Okay, so toughen up, and love like you are never gonna love again, ever. Okay, because your salvation depends on it, because it's the law. You dig? So now the society has been programmed to I don't know, to not be vulnerable, you know. People can't even say I love you no more. Like what? Huh? Like you don't even love them as a human. You just love them as a boyfriend or girlfriend or wife or husband. Like, how far have we fallen, people? I love you, all of you, right? I don't even know you, most of you. I don't. Trust me, I don't. But I'm here every day. My life is being threatened. Yeah. But I'm still here making these videos for your sake. So that's love. Okay, so as a judge, I expect nothing less for you to do for me and for each other. Okay, that's how we win a war. You dig? You understand? Capish? Umeelewa? And how the devil has trained people to weaponize vulnerabilities to get their way, right? Women withholding sex, men withholding money, cheating, and all of those. Nakwaje bro? Weaponization, right? They want to weaponize their bodies to get their way, right? Wearing short dresses, just tempting niggas out here. Just being a prostitute, but with a degree. I don't know, maybe that makes a difference. Maybe that makes a difference. Maybe that makes a difference. So it's essential to the whole situation, you know. I like cats, you know. I like cats because, as I've said, you know, features of humanity has been spread all over creation, right? So cats have this particular behavior. Even dogs. Animal psychologists can attest to this. So they have levels to trust, okay? First, they sniff you out, you know. Then they let you touch, yeah? And then they play. And then they feel completely comfortable. Okay, there might be another stage over there, but they feel completely comfortable. Okay, and the epitome of this comfort can be quantified. Okay, it can be quantified. If an animal exposes their underbelly to you, there is trust over there. No matter how it was gained, but there is trust. And if they sleep with their underbellies like that, okay, because these four-legged animals, they are most vulnerable is when they are like that, okay. So they act like people without, we don't see it because we are blind. Again, we are blind. But if we see how beautiful creation is, then we would see, you know. Do you think only people bow? People bow instinctually, actually. Not even from, I don't know, wanting to bow. No, instinctually, they bow. People bow to each other. Okay, it's a phenomenon. It happens. And even animals do it. Cows, every one of them, they do it. Even gorillas. So we cannot trick the game. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. We cannot trick the game. We are part of a creation, part of the law. We are not free to do whatever we want. Okay, Biblia inasema, ngoja niwakumbushe. Yesu anasema nila yangu ni laini, atazivunja nila za adui zenu, atawavika nila zake, ndio kinachomaanisha. Okay, ina maana hamtokuwa mpo free to kufanya vyovyote tu wanavyojifanya kama Wakristo siku hizi wanavyojustify, si ndio? Kwa hiyo tusichukulie kwamba kuvunjwa kwa nila za adui basi ni kuvunjwa kwa nila za Mungu. Hapana, tunavunjwa nila za adui, tunavikwa nila za Mungu, lakini zenyewe ni laini, haziumizi, haziachi makovu kama za adui. Okay, ni laini mno jinsi Mungu anavyotujua tulivyokuwa. Hebu imagine itakuwa laini kiasi gani. Kwa hiyo msijivike nila ngumu na mkakaa on the way of your own salvation. Okay, mmeambiwa mle in the scripture. Nila is the shackles. I'm talking about shackles for those who don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm trying to say that the Christ also shackles his believers just like the devil shackles his believers. So it's still shackle, but the shackle of Christ is soft and easy. So it still exists and it's still a shackle. The fact still remains. Okay, and you understand what a shackle means and represents. You understand? So you better keep that in mind. These masks and personas that we have on these social platforms, these will be the end of society, people. Okay, there's so much fakeness going on out there. And why? People just want to get their way. Because why? Most people are in the social networks. Remember those 3 things I gave you? They are there because they are lonely. They are there because they are looking for sex. They are there because they are looking for money. Okay, I just broke the devil's matrix for you right there, right now. Okay, so let's finish up. So Mike Tyson done got caught in the wrong meeting. He had to give a whole explanation. This is the situation that we have today. So they're basically making it look like you can't stand with the people who are in Israel, while it's not the case. It's not the case. I sympathize with the people who are dying over there from both sides, even in Ukraine. You know, I may not express it, but hey, I'm not normal. Okay, I'm both a judge and help, so you figure that out. So here is the picture of the Queen of Heaven. The Bible keeps talking about the Queen of Heaven, the teachings of the Queen of Heaven. Here they are, right? So let me get my pointer. So this is the Queen of Heaven here, right? I've said she has many tits, right? Titties, you can see them here, many. Okay, she's of course you can see how she's. Oh yeah, we kama kawaida, kama kawa utawala babu. Okay, she's posed like the Virgin Mary, right? So that's why people are making the connection, right? And here she has made these people and these people, right? Those who are meant to rule, right? Those are the hybrids, and those who are meant to serve. Okay, even the Bible is divided like that. The Gentiles serve, the Israel rules. Okay, and Satan has a problem with this, so that he will create a new religion under this woman to basically make all of these obsolete, but basically uplifting the hybrids. Okay, how do I know the hybrids? Because of this. Okay, if you have done any research in these statues of these people who are posed like this, you'll know that their genitalia, there's something wrong with it. Okay, and of course he's working. Okay, he's serving this guy who is wearing a cloak and holding a staff of power. Okay, and of course we see animals here. Okay, so she is claiming to be the co-creator of all the land animals and of course the sea animals. Okay, the sea animals over there, the land animals and the deserts, in Africa, and in the snow, right, and in the sea, right. She created all of them. That's what she claims. I've talked about this in the previous video. Like when God said, "Let us create a person," the us situation causes a whole situation. Okay, maybe it will get resolved. But using that line, they will claim that this woman is basically the wife of God. Okay, so we say God the Father, God the Father, God the Father. Maybe she is God the Mother, right? So she will not be against the gospel, but she'll just bring a new gospel. Okay, she'll just bring a new gospel, claiming to go into detail, even claiming parallels. So the entire world will fall because basically she is this and this. Okay, and this is meant to die. Okay, and this is meant to be mutated to serve the purpose of the true creator. Okay, so we see the uptake in DNA and CRISPR technology. This is why. Okay, this is why. So here we are. Now we have genetically modified cockroaches, as if the normal cockroaches are not OP, are not overpowered, as if God did not make them unkillable, intelligent, resilient. No, these people wanna, I don't know, make a super cockroach. I don't know what this super cockroach would do to the ecosystem, but hey, they are telling you and they're excited to tell you about it, and they're using CRISPR, right? And of course, we see them wanting us to choose sides, okay? And of course, in this side, we have on the X, we have the Palestinians, and of course, the people who support Russia. And of course, in these other companies above, those seem to be the Zionists, and they are openly Zionist operations, right? They are open Zionist operation, and they do not give a damn about integrity of, I don't know, multimedia integrity or whatever integrity. They don't have no integrity. They're at war. Okay, and so you people who want to play clean, you better wake up. This is not that type of game. You better play dirty as hard as you can. Okay, you better play dirty, break every rule to get the movement going. Okay, I just needed to say that. Okay, because these people are manipulative. Okay, it's open. They're manipulative. Okay, so here, this is exactly what I've been saying. So they'll just look at the numbers in these platforms, and they'll just say, okay, now the beast can choose. Since people are more sympathetic to Palestinians and the situation in Russia, maybe now I will destroy America and Israel, and then world peace. That will be a lie. Or maybe I'll just end the whole conflict or whatever. But I will side with the side. Okay, they are forcing us to choose here, right? It's their conflict, but they are forcing us into it. It's none of our business, bro. Okay, so it's obvious that you are out there for blood. Okay, look at this. And remember, if they engage the situation, if they engage a forum, a talk, or anything, then just understand that they already have a predetermined outcome. The whole panel might be in on it. So do not play games with the things that I say over here. Okay, now they are using this same thing, they are using it against me. Congratulations. Okay. Ancient footprints, 100 million years. Wow, how about that? I've told you, they are hiding our identity because they want to mess with time. Prophecy is time, right? So if you use this fact that people were existing 100 million years ago, then maybe Christ ain't coming back. Maybe, and that's what they want you to feel like. You ever think of that? Again, I talked about this, but I hear nothing about it. It's important because the devil is jealous. The devil don't have no hair. He's jealous of the hair that people have on their head. And he has basically been able to replace it with plastic. Are you kidding me? Okay? You need to fight for you to keep your hair. Okay? Talk about fighting keeping your job or your house. You fight to keep your hair. Okay? And I'm very serious. Okay? And this is another triggering situation. But I want you to know this. Even me, when I saw this, I got the same reaction. How could they? Haven't they done enough? But in reality, it's not only being done in Africa, friends. This is not only happening in Africa. It's happening all over. And it might be even actually worse over there. Who is going to speak for those people over there? Right? Like this Myanmar situation, you hear nothing about it. Because what they wanted has been gotten. And people are actually resisting the government they installed over there. Okay? So here they are targeting Tanzanians with these ads to go to the European Union. The same people that have an immigration issue. So they're just practically saying they don't need a particular type of people. Okay? Now, I don't know what these people want us to feel towards each other, but I don't know. They're doing it. This is government sponsored. Okay? And I've showed you in the previous video that them even shaking hands and promising each other to keep the refugees away. Our countries are, the infrastructure has been overrun. Okay, more propaganda. Okay, just like the freaking moon lander taking selfies of itself. Okay, you should see the Iranian one. Okay, they intercepted even an Iranian, the same jet. Not the same particular jet, but the same type of jet. Intercepted in Iran, you know, and in the video it quoted, go back home, it said. I just thought it was funny. It is funny. And here, it's a drill. The Russians told them it's a drill. That's why they intercepted them. Wow, this is what they're saying. Okay, this is just showing cahoots. It's not showing that you are enemies. Okay, like you need to fire the person who is psyop. You need to fire that nigga. Okay, he's terrible. Okay, he's terrible. Look at this. What do Christians have to do with this whole situation? Okay, you're not just going after Muslims, you're going after Christians too. So if you say anything against you, it's anti-Semitism. So if you say anything against me, what should I call it? Maybe I should create a clever word for it. Maybe anti-Tanzanian sentiment. You have an anti-Zionist sentiment. Anti-Israeli, true Israeli sentiment, anti-Prince of Israel sentiment. That's what it is. Because we are rebelling, every type of disagreement has labels, so as it can be used as a trigger word for psychological warfare. Right? That's why even the framing of the words is not correct. It's wrong. Okay, here they're trying to establish the connection between the Jews and, of course, the Zionists, which not every Jew is a Zionist, not every Zionist is a Jew. Okay, maybe it's the end. Yeah, it's the end. So it's a game. It's a game. It's a game, and your choices are important, and what you do for each other is important also. Action. Action. We need to fight for each other. Every ethnicity, every race for each other, not for their own interests, because that's division and that's going to cause more wars and conflicts and stuff. Okay, so I don't know if it has been an hour already. Yeah. Okay, so we shall see each other when we see each other. Prince Eric signing out. Bye. Love you.